So, welcome back to my channel. So, students, today we are going to cover the next three principles of management. I have already covered the first three. I told you about DAD, that is D stand for division of work, A stand for authority and responsibility, and again D stand for discipline. So, now we are going to cover the next three principles of management. As you can see on the screen, that is unity of command, unity of direction, and subordination of individual interest to general interest. So let's start with unity of command. See, as you can see, or you can just understand basically what does command means. Command is nothing but the orders or the instructions which we receive, right? So from management point of view, this principle basically state that subordinates should receive orders or instructions from only one superior at a time, and that subordinate should be accountable only to that superior. So as you can see here in the picture, the subordinate, there is one subordinate and three supervisors or three superiors. Now at the same time, this subordinate is getting instructions from three-person, and all the three is saying do my work first. Now what happen if this kind of situation arises in an organization, right? So because of this, the subordinate will be confused. That is the first thing, and he will not be able to perform the task properly. So that's the reason we all says that the subordinate should receive order from only one person at that particular time, so that he automatically becomes accountable for the work which is assigned to him. Now, if he receives instruction from more than one superior, it automatically create a kind of what we can say a bitterness, a kind of jealousy among the superiors. Suppose if the subordinate follows the instruction of one superior, and then he thinks that okay, I'll be performing the task, other task जो भी उसे दिए गए हैं वो बाद में कर लेगा, जो भी बाकी superiors ने दिए हुए हैं. Now what will happen? The other superior will think, अच्छा, he is in first he is giving importance to this particular fellow. So जो दूसरा superior होगा automatically उसके दिमाग में एक काइंड ऑफ बिटरनेस आ जाएगी, अ काइंड ऑफ जेलेसी होएगी. तो इस तरह का एटमॉस्फेयर हमें एक हेल्दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में नहीं चाहिए. दैट्स द रीज़न Fayol says very clearly that all these things will create a conflict in an organization. So all the subordinates should know who are their superior, and all the superiors should be clearly aware that these are my subordinate and I am going to receive instruction from this person. And you have to also make sure that एक बार में आप एक ही पर्सन को काम दो, right? So this is all about unity of command. Now let's move to the next principle, that is unity of direction. Unity of direction basically talks about one head and one plan. It means that जितनी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जो एक्टिविटीज़ होती हैं ऑफ सिमिलर नेचर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट है तो मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट से रिलेटेड जितना भी काम होगा, all those activities of similar nature will be grouped under that category, and there will be one head, one manager for that work. So this is about unity of direction. इससे क्या होगा? That they all will be working together to achieve that specific goal, and in general they are basically moving ahead to achieve the goal of the organization, right? And they will be more accountable towards their work also. For example, अगर एक organization में there is a particular automobile company, they are having three division. They are producing, like, they are manufacturing cars also, scooters also, and three wheelers also. Now they should not have only one production department for car, for scooters and three wheelers. It will create confusion, right? And it is obviously not at all advisable. For car they should have their separate production department, separate marketing department, and so on. Similarly for scooters and three wheelers also. So this is about unity of direction. Now what is the difference between unity of command and unity of direction? See, as you can see here on the screen, the first difference on the basis of meaning, as I already told you, under unity of command, it means that the employee should receive instructions or order and they are accountable to only one superior. Whereas under unity of direction, there should be one head and one plan. Second, based on aim, it prevents dual subordination, whereas here under unity of direction, this is majorly done to avoid any duplication of work. Then the necessity and significance, It is basically necessary to fix up the responsibility. You need to tell them you are responsible for this particular task, you are answerable for this particular task. So you need to fix the responsibility of each subordinate. Whereas under unity of direction, this principle facilitates a coordination between the activities and achieving the group goal. Now what will happen if you do not follow unity of command? If the person is not following the unity of command, the individual employee will get affected. But if unity of direction is not followed, the entire organization has to suffer. So you need to really consider this point. Next we have the next principle is subordination of individual interest to general interest. As the name only suggests, there are two type of interest in any organization. One we have individual interest and the other one we have general interest. Now individual interest talks about the employees, the subordinate interest, whereas the general interest is the organization interest. Now I have already written here, organization interest should be given priority over the interest of the individual employees. Like I'll give you one basic example for this. For example, if a manager has the objective to earn more salary and a company is going through a situation of financial crisis, right, and they want to cut down the expenses, so in this situation the manager must surrender or must sacrifice his individual interest, and he should focus on like how the company can recover from the financial crisis. He should basically focus on the organizational interest, not the individual interest. So this is about subordination of individual interest to general interest. I hope you understood all the three principles of management. In case of any doubts you have or any queries, you can just comment below. Thank you.